Hi, I'm Dave Scott. I'm here in Livermore at the FINIS headquarters, and obviously you can see the pool in the background. I've got a swim session coming up with a group that's congregated, and we're going to go through several of the different products with FINIS because I think there's a lot of merit and innovation behind the technology that FINIS puts out with their product line. And I want to just show you a couple of the paddles. This one that I have in front of me is called the Agility Paddle, and I've been using it with my group in Boulder, Colorado, and a lot of the athletes that I coach worldwide. I've recommended this paddle for a couple of reasons. One, it looks funny. It's pretty darn unique though, because you just slide your thumb in it like this. I apologize, that finger is kind of crooked, but it allows you to keep your palm real flat on the surface of the paddle. So the tendency in using the Agility Paddle is if you don't keep that palm pressure on the surface of the paddle, you end up flexing your fingers, and so as you flex those fingers like this, it'll just kind of pull off. And the second thing is if you don't have a high elbow set on the front end, and on the front end here is if I let my elbow drop and the water catches the back here, you're going to feel this flap in the water. The advantage of these is to teach really the front end of the stroke, and I emphasize this more with all my athletes on how do we get a high elbow set, how do we feel hand pressure, how do we keep the pressure on that, and the Agility Paddle allows you to do that. I also try to mix the paddles a little bit, and I'm going to show you the other one. So this one is the Freestyler paddle, and it's very unique design. Obviously you can see the taper, it has this little skag on the back, and the big advantage of the Freestyler paddle is that it has a single loop for your finger, and you're going to see that this paddle doesn't have a wrist loop, and the reason it doesn't have a wrist loop is for some of the same reasons with the Agility Paddle. If you don't have the high elbow set, it's going to catch the back of this and it's going to start pulling off. But the real advantage of this is the skag on the bottom. So when you put your hand in, it allows you to keep the level and the pressure, and I'll say the level and the trajectory when you put your hand in, 3 to 4 inches below the surface of the water. And I have people have a really shallow entry as long as their elbow joint is a little bit higher than their wrist joint when they put that in the water. We get in trouble if we drop it like this. And obviously this is pretty severe. So with the Freestyler paddle, it allows you to kind of linger longer on that front end. And those are the two words that I use. I say linger longer on the front end so you can feel the pressure. Don't drive that hand straight down towards the bottom like you're spearing a fish on the bottom of the pool, because then you use your posterior deltoids too much in that first end of your stroke. So a real big advantage on using both the Agility Paddle and the Freestyler paddle, and it looks like I'm doing an ad, but I'm not doing an ad. They work really, really well, and they're fun to intermix, and so I like people to have these in their swim bag where they have a set of the Freestyler and also the Agility. One more item, it actually is very, very effective doing backstroke because it allows you to keep the pressure on your hand, your little finger when you're doing backstroke. So I found it very effective because it works really darn well. Anyway, we're going to try these here in just a minute.